Hi, for our very first episode, today we are making harvest pork chops from the Desperation Dinner cookbook. I have my assistant Avalon here with me, and we're getting ready to start cooking. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to combine 1 cup of the chicken broth. Avalon, that one right there. We want to pour that into the saucepan. And the water into a 2-quart saucepan. And we want to go ahead and bring this to a boil. Now, while that's going, we take our pork chops and we defrost them in the microwave.
Is this like after you guys went to Thais?
Yes.
While those are defrosting, we're going to melt butter in the big skillet. Dump it in. We've already peeled the onion, but now we need to cut it in half lengthwise. And then we're going to cut it into wedges. No, that's fine. It's supposed to break apart.
Oh, okay. Break. Okay.
Okay. You want to raise the heat to medium and cook for 2 minutes, stirring occasionally.
Wait, what do I stir?
Yeah, just occasionally stir.
Wait, what do I stir?
The onions.
Okay.
Okay, when the liquid boils, we add the rice to the saucepan. We go ahead and cover the pan, and we'll remove this from the heat until ready to serve. Okay, now we continue to serve the onions. Okay, now that we've had the onions for 2 minutes, now we're going to add the pork chops that we had in the microwave. Now that we have our defrosted pork chops, we're going to add them one at a time.
Oh, jeez, I'm not doing that. Oh, jeez. Step aside, step aside.
And we're going to pepper to taste. Just a little bit.
Yes, I love
We want to try to make sure that we get the onions out from underneath it. Otherwise the pork will not cook properly. Okay, now we're going to do this until they brown on one side, approximately 3 minutes. Okay, meanwhile we're going to take our apple and we're going to core it.
What does that mean? Oh.
Now, once we've cored it and sliced it, and actually I did the entire process in one piece, or one step, using this. So now my apple is already cored and sliced. However, we're going to go ahead and slice it additionally thinner because I want it to be into 1/4 inch thick slices. Okay, now that it's cut, we're going to go ahead and let the pork continue to cook. We have about 2 minutes left on that. Then we'll go on to the next step.
I want to stir meat.
Just kind of move it around.
I want to move that around.
You know what?
Oh, that one.
The Force is strong with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet.
Oh, my God.
Okay, now that it's been 3 minutes, what we want to do is we want to turn the pork chops. Let's use that fork. Use the fork. And use the fork to kind of stab in and flip each one over. Now we're going to add the brown sugar.
How do I do that? I'm going to let you do that. Yes, that does not look like the same.
Okay.
That
Now we're going to add the remaining chicken broth.
What is that?
It's in the can. Pour it into there. Yep, whole thing. Yep. Okay.
Oh, that made it stop.
Now we're going to add our white wine. Okay, now we're going to add the brown sugar. Okay. Now we're going to add the apple cider vinegar. Be very careful with that. And 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Okay, now stir well.
With what?
Yeah. Yep. Okay, now we immediately add the apple slices. No, immediately, not neatly.
Oh. Wait, I thought this was
And the coleslaw mix.
Oh hi, that's Daddy. What happened to the meat?
We're supposed to do they didn't have an 8-ounce bag.
So you bought a how many ounce bag?
They just 16. I just put too much in. Okay, we're good. We're good. Very important to make sure that you read all the measurements and you buy the correct sizes. If, for example, the Andover Marketplace Dillon's only has a 16 ounce of the coleslaw when you need an 8 ounce, make sure you only put half the bag in. Okay, you want to make sure you stir it really good to get all the coleslaw and sauce. And you want to use Darth Vader for this.
Wait, Dad.
Use the fork.
Yes, Darth Vader works very much well.
I'm going to cover the pan
Yeah.
and bring it to a boil.
It's already in that.
Now, meanwhile, we're going to combine the cornstarch, 3 tablespoons of water in a small container that has a lid, and we're going to shake well until the lumps disappeared and set aside. Okay, now that our mixture has come to a boil, we're going to go ahead and reduce the heat down to low and simmer for 8 minutes.
Oh gosh. Ah, cheesy cheese. Actually, I've never met a kind of cheese that is not cheesy.
Okay, now that that's simmered for 8 minutes, we're going to add our cornstarch and water mixture into there. And then stir. And now we want this to go for another 2 minutes. Now while that's going, I'm going to cut into one of the pork chops and make sure it's actually cooked all the way through. Okay, now we're a little bit pink in the center, but according to the book, that's exactly what we want. So the meat is done. Now that the cornstarch and water have been added, we're going to let this simmer another 2 minutes, and then we'll be...
I don't see it saying that we want it to be pink in the center.
Just until the chops are no longer pink in this. Oh.
Oh,
let's let they... Okay, now that the meal is actually done, to serve, we're going to place a pork chop on a bed of rice on each serving plate, and then we'll top with some of the onions and apples, cabbage, and gravy.
Daddy, did we use a spoon?
A few of them. I dropped one, but I thought one was downstairs when I did it.
Oh. Wait, you actually dropped one? When? You dropped a spoon? What? What? No. No, you didn't.
To today's Desperation Dinners by Beverly Mills and Alicia Ross. Zang.